Hey, good morning. Welcome to Devotional Time with Trinity. I am so glad that you're there today. Let me ask you a question. Are you expecting great things in 2021? I mean, are you looking forward in 2021 to God blessing and to God doing things in your life? I hope so. You see, the Bible says in Proverbs chapter 29, in verse number 18, where there is no vision, the people perish. And I honestly believe that many times we create what I call a self-fulfilling prophecy in our life because of our expectations. We don't expect great things, so great things don't happen. We begin to get an attitude that drags us down and pulls us under. We fall into a trap. In fact, there are several traps that I believe people fall into if they don't have a God-driven vision. Number one, they begin to overemphasize negativity in their life. They over, we all have bad things happen. And in fact, let's be very honest, most of us had a bad year in 2020. I mean, we can go back to COVID, we can go back to different things that happened around us. Some of us had some very tragic things happen in our life in 2020. And it's easy to dwell on those. It's easy to concentrate on those. And we end up, if we're not careful, overemphasizing those things in our life. We need to think, looking ahead in a positive manner, that God is in control. Number two, we fall into the trap of paying too much attention to what other people are doing. We get our eyes on somebody else. We see them. We see something good happening in them, their life. We see positive results in their life. We see them moving forward. And all of a sudden, we say, well, that's not me. I don't understand. That's not me. You're right. It's not you. Because no two of us are the same. And God has a plan for your life, and He has a plan for my life. And we need to focus on Him and not on what's going on in everybody else's life. Number three, we fall into the trap of underestimating the talents, the abilities that God has given us. We get stuck in the mode, well, I can't do nothing. I can't do nothing. I'm no good at anything. And that's just simply not true. God gave each of us talents. He's given each of us abilities. If you're a believer, if you're a Christ follower, the Bible says He's given you spiritual gifts. Now, they're not the same as everyone else's. Everyone's are a little bit different. But you need to focus on the abilities and the gifts that God has given you and move forward in your life in that regard. In your life. Number four, we fall into the trap of infecting other people with our negativity. We end up, birds of a feather, you've heard this, flock together. We end up garnering a crowd around us of people that are just like us or think just like us and think negative like us. And we complicate our life because we surround ourselves with negative people and we create in them more negativity because of our negativity. And finally, number five, we create the trap of just making ourselves miserable. I confess, I've been guilty of that. And I'm working hard. I've got to work harder at it. I've struggled. Most of you know my situation. I have struggled because of Janet's illness, her cancer, and then ultimately her homegoing. She went to heaven October 16th of last year. And I put on a good face in public, but man, I tell you, I've struggled in private. I've just thought negatively, and you make yourself miserable. Listen, we need to have vision for God. Though once again, the Bible says where there is no vision, people perish. The people perish. I need to have a forward-looking attitude because God is in control and He is in charge. Would you join me today in making that commitment to keeping our eyes on Him. God bless you. Have a great day.